Okay, welcome everybody to the Ham Palace. I'm here doing a little live episode. Why not? You're looking a little cut off, wonky. Um, Go ahead, listen to me on Podbean or iTunes. People on Podbean and iTunes, go check out my YouTube channel, Mustang 7, and you'll find me there. And I drop these little videos, live versions. Well, not really live for me, but video versions of the podcast. It's good to do it once in a while. I don't do it all the time because I find that it hampers my ability to churn out episodes by audio because of the steps involved. There's post-production. I got to take this video, I got to put it in the computer program. I got to convert the audio. I got to slap a intro music on it and exit music on it. And it's just more steps. Whereas I record right to the audio. I can just record right into my phone, or I can record into this bad boy right here. Which I don't think you can see. There we go. There it is. So it's August and it's moving fast. The year is moving fast. Checked out a couple movies, which was fun. Suicide Squad, which is what I'm going to talk about today, and The Green Knight, which I'll do another review for, which I saw today. I should really do that one today since it's kind of fresh in my head. But Suicide Squad. Everyone's talking about Suicide Squad, just like everyone was talking about He-Man. But Suicide Squad, awesome intro, really creative with the transitions and integrating the transitions into the visual movie. And this is gonna have some spoilers, so spoiler version. I don't think I'm doing an unspoiler version. So if you haven't seen the movie, check it out. So I'm guilty. I have not seen the first Suicide Squad yet, but I have read the comic back in the day, and this makes me. Someone said, and someone reviewing it said that makes him. I think it was Nerdrotic. He said that he wants to read old Suicide Squad comics now after seeing this, which is awesome. Which is really cool. And I'd say the first, and this is spoilers now, first 10 to 15 minutes, I knew that the main characters that were in the original team, people get offed. And for a second, I even thought Harley Quinn was killed, which is like, wow, they're even killing Harley Quinn because there's an explosion and you don't see her necessarily get out of there. But Captain Boomerang gets killed. Captain Boomerang, they killed. That was one of the most charismatic members of the team, and they kill him in the first 10 minutes. I couldn't believe it. That's the only role. Well, there's that and his role in Spartacus that Jai Courtney has excelled in. I believe is Captain Boomerang and his gladiator character from Spartacus, and they kill him off. I was so ticked about that. So, and Michael Rooker, he gets killed off. And in the preview, it makes it look like he is going to be a major contender in this film, either probably a major villain. No, he gets killed off. So I thought that was crazy. And Idris Elba is the lead. I've talked about Idris Elba on this podcast before. It's not like I don't like his acting. He's a capable actor. I liked him in The Office. I didn't see Pacific Rim, but I think he was good in that from what I saw. but it seems to be that not that I blame the man, that they seem to default to Idris Elba for a heck of a lot of roles that I don't think he's a good fit for. However, in this, he's excellent. He's able to I think he's doing his original accent, and he knocks it out of the park. So good on him, good for him. And I like his costume, the Bloodshot no, was it Bloodshot? No, Blood Sport costume. And now I don't remember the Blood Sport character in the comics, so I'm not too familiar with that. So I'm not really one to say whether the costume is comic accurate or not. So John Cena is also in this, and John Cena delivers. He delivers. There's been a couple other reviews. I try not to watch too many before I actually review a show. But he does have that, it's spoilers review. He turns into the villain because of he's so absolutist. And that and it's interesting because they are now knowing that he's going to get his own HBO show. It's like he kills the lead, he kills what's his name, Flag, the leader of the Suicide Squad, which one of my favorite characters in the original team. And I'm glad I'm really glad they stuck with his original look, which is like the orange shirt. Not the orange shirt, but like a yellowish shirt with the gun straps. Excuse me. So cool. And so he ends up killing him, and they kill each other in it, or he gets killed too. He gets killed by in a great little finale. He gets killed by blood sport with when he falls, in the tower, the pancakes effect, which is really sweet. And that I think that was one of the best parts in the movie for sure. And they're facing off, and blood sport shoots his bullet, and the bullet goes through Peacemaker's bullet, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, so he dies too. Now I know I'm skipping around in the whole order of this movie, but this is what ticked me off. There's a thing at the very end of this, there after credits, there's an after credits Easter egg at the end. Now that's so stupid because Marvel is only doing that. Marvel is why. So I left because it's like I've been programmed not to stick around after the credits of a DC movie because they don't do that. This one has Peacemaker at the end of it, apparently. And I was gone because Marvel only does that. And that ticked me off because there was no foreshadowing, hey, stick around after the credits. Like they should have just had like a few credits, then you see that. Just to make themselves different from Marvel, movies. Because now it's like it's so disjointed. Like, wait, now we're supposed to stick around at the end of DC movies? Come on. Even I stuck around at the end of the freaking Green Knight, and there's an Easter egg at the end of that too. So, what are we doing here? Stop that. Stop doing. Now we're being inconsistent. So that's driving me crazy. Also, this is kind of off topic of the actual review itself. What's going on with the director's hair? His hair has turned all white. Nobody's talking about this. His hair is turned totally white. James Gunn. It was brown when he was shooting this movie, I'm pretty sure. Now it's all white, not just some white on the sides. The whole thing's white. Did this movie turn his hair completely white? Or did he make a stylistic choice to dye his hair white? That's so weird. Like, like basically overnight it turned white. Nobody's talking about that. It's so strange. I'm not trying to put the man down by any means. It's not a put down. It's just a very noticeable thing. That's all. I understand it. It's a natural thing. People's hair turn gray, but that's like overnight. Can somebody tell me if that's a stylistic? Can you whiten your hair to that level? Because it was totally brown. I mean, I didn't even see much of the white gray on the sides of his head. Anyway, I digress. I go too far, but getting off topic. Weasel character was fun, but it's hard to get behind a character. It's like an offhanded remark in the movie that it's killed 27 kids. So it's like, yeah, it's cute, but it's killed kids. So how am I going to get behind a character like that? I don't care how cute and weird and silly it is. So it's not a perfect movie. It's not. I love King Shark. King Shark, of course, he's voiced by Sylvester Stallone, which is great. And yeah, there's a scene where he's at an aquarium and there's these little jellies, these jellyfish or whatever. These basically they're like alien fish. And there's no real explanation behind these things. And eventually I knew that was going to break. The whole aquarium breaks, and these things that he likes so much end up attacking him. And I thought he was going to die by these jelly fish things, these cartoony jellyfish. So it was funny. Stallone did a great job with voicing this character. They gave him some lines to chew on, just a little bit, even though they're very simple. But the CG is done very well with his character, which is good. I appreciate it. There's some good little small moments with his character as well, which I liked. Trying to think of what else. Yeah, I thought the main characters were pretty much. I felt that they were real people, and so they're developed good enough. I thought the rat catcher storyline wasn't bad. It was neat. And yeah, there are some good suspenseful scenes that are built up. And someone mentioned this is a character driven movie, and I love that. I love that a lot. Kind of like Big Lebowski or Kingpin, like character driven kind of films. And that's good. That's important. And Harley Quinn was great. Margot Robbie still killing it as that character. So yeah, there is a scene that people are talking about where she has to marry forced to marry this guy. It is very I don't know. It is, again, spoilers, she ends up blowing a hole in the guy's chest, but there's my arm. My arm disappeared there. She ends up blowing a hole in the guy's chest, which was pretty wild and a deadly scene, but well played. I like that. But yeah, it's definitely not. Suicide Squad is definitely, it has some adult kind of things going on it. So I think is it rated R or P? I think it's a rated R. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, so people talking about certain aspects of this movie, like, well, it's like, oh well, she she had sex with him, and it's like a forced thing there. But it's like, well, yeah, that's sure, but this is an adult kind of film, superhero movie where those things are kind of happening. So she did kill him. I'm not saying anything about that was right, but she did kill him. And it was a scene well played. And trying to think what else. What else? Yeah, Starro, which was great. I'm so glad he was in this movie, or it was in this movie. I think it was a great villain. I like I thought they could have done more though with the stars, the actual starfish being on people's face. That they could have used them on some of the other people's face, like they have to like fight against the people that the other maybe a Suicide Squad member gets a star on his or her face, and they have to try to get it off somehow. But the thing is that when the starfish goes on people's face, it sucks off their skin and it's all gross and nasty, which is different from the comic book, I believe. So there are some choices that are being made here that are kind of permanent, very permanent. I mean, you killed Captain Boomerang, one of the original founding members. That sucks. But yeah. So there's that. And a good performance, good performances all around. But yeah, it is very much, I feel for the most part, it's blood sports movie. He was kind of like the main guy. They go to jail to find him and everything, and they bring him out of there. It's an interesting relationship between him and his daughter. It's funny. There's some funny scenes. So he's got some good scenes in it. Like there's that scene with the rat that he's forced to pet the rat at the end, which I thought was well done, well played. What else? Yeah, there's some things that have been talked about where it's like, oh, that's kind of funny. Like, Peter Capaldi, he has a whole bunch of these things in his head to make him basically a brainiac kind of character, but it's never talked about how those things give him the advantage in this movie. They're just pretty much there for show. So that I thought it was a missed opportunity. So I'd say overall, it's an enjoyable movie. There's a scene where the Suicide Squad kills a bunch of people pretty easily. They're not trying too hard to defend themselves. They just kind of get killed run over by them. And it's a little weird because it kind of makes it seem funny, to kill people like that. And it was played a little bit for laughs. So I was like, I wasn't so sure why they decided, I think the directors decided to go there with that kind of tone, because basically the Suicide Squad were killing the good guys accidentally, but it was kind of being played for laughs, which I thought was like, well, probably shouldn't do that. There's a lot. There's like, yeah, that's funny, but it's very dark, and it's probably not a good thing to laugh about. And so it's not perfect. It has its flaws, but overall, I thought it's a fun movie. I'm sure it's better than the first one, even though I didn't see the first one yet. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 is solid. I think a lot of people would give it maybe a 7 out of 10, but I think it's a solid 8 out of 10 movie. Just because performances are good, everyone in it is good. The direction is good, and the production level's high, and I like that they brought Starro in, and they're keeping everything somewhat pretty close to the comics. But the two things off were what I just talked about, and killing off the leader and making Peacemaker kind of not as fun and enjoyable as they're kind of pushing him off to be, like a very fun, awesome character. He's not necessarily that, because he does something very bad at the end. And but overall, I mean, there wasn't forced agenda politics behind it, which was great. I was happy about that. And so what we did get is a good story from A to B. And well, it's done kind of, be a little bit of C in there, the sequence, not so linear. But that's my review. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, it's a little scattered all over the place. So yeah, well, let's just keep it at that. And I'll be putting out another review of The Green Knight, hopefully sooner than later. Thanks for watching. If you wanted to listen to this on Podbean, go to hambo.podbean.com or go look for it on iTunes. I'll see if I can throw the links on the bottom here. And if you're on those, check me out at Mustang 7 on YouTube. Type in the Ham Pals, Mustang 7, the Ham Pals. You should find me on there somewhere. All right, guys. Long days, pleasant nights. Thanks for watching.